Hi all, welcome back to our channel and our kayaking adventures. Today is day 2 of our Outer Banks adventure, and we plan to see how close we can get to a lighthouse. But first, coffee. With our coffee ordered and the caffeine starting to wake us up, we headed south on the North Carolina Highway 12 toward the Oregon Inlet Boat Ramp in the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. We planned to paddle about 2.5 miles north to get as close as we could to the Bodie Island Lighthouse. We put in the water about 9:15 a.m. The weather was very cloudy with an occasional light rain. This was due to Hurricane Delta, which had made landfall in the Gulf states a few days prior. The temperature was 73 degrees Fahrenheit. While not optimal weather for kayaking, the conditions weren't that bad. A little rain wasn't going to stop our little adventure. The Oregon Inlet Boat Ramp is a public facility. There are 5 boat ramps to launch from. There was a Coast Guard station next to the boat ramps. The launch area is a very popular spot for fishermen to launch from. There is public parking available for about 75 vehicles with trailers and public restrooms on the premises. Out in the distance, there were several anglers trying to get the catch of the day. Despite the large area of water in the intercoastal waters of the Outer Banks, all the sounds are generally very shallow, with waters ranging an average of 3 to 5 feet deep. The Bodie Island Lighthouse was constructed in 1871 and was first operational in 1872. The current structure actually is the 3rd lighthouse to guard this region of the Outer Banks coastline. The first Bodie Lighthouse was built in 1847 and had to be abandoned due to a failing foundation. The second lighthouse, which was built in 1859, was destroyed by retreating Confederate troops to keep it out of the Union hands in 1861. The lighthouse stands tall at 156 feet and still shines a beam 19 miles offshore, making full rotations at 27.5 seconds. In 1932, the Bodie Island Lighthouse became automated, and by 1953, it had been transferred to the care of the National Park Service. When we first planned our visit to this lighthouse, I had thought the name of the lighthouse was pronounced Bodie Lighthouse. However, after doing some research for this video, I discovered it is actually pronounced Bodie Lighthouse. Folklore says the origin of the name is due to the number of bodies of sailors that washed ashore after shipwrecks in these waters of the graveyard of the Atlantic. But history claims that the name is derived from the original name of the area, which was Bodie Island, after the Bodie family, who once owned parts of the barrier islands. There are tours of the lighthouse. However, with the current COVID conditions, climbing the lighthouse is not an available option. That's okay. We wanted to see the lighthouse how it was intended to be seen, from the water. There are 214 steps that spiral to the top of the lighthouse. Bodie Lighthouse is one of the only dozen remaining tall brick tower lighthouses in the United States.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the second day on the Outer Banks. The rain would continue throughout the day, so we didn't get a chance to add another kayak destination to the list. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, consider joining Team Kayak 7 Seas by subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted to the next video when it comes out. Check out Kayak 7 Seas on Facebook and Instagram. We hope to see you out on the water someday.